How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zan over here bringing us a brand new One Piece chapter discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about One Piece chapter 847, folks. And in this chapter, we actually get to see a lot of action that's been going on, and a lot of theories that a lot of One Piece theories have out there that have been saying for the past couple months, or almost the whole entire year of the year of Sanji, is that we are actually coming into revelations out of this important chapter, guys. And this chapter is actually bringing back a lot of actual characters from previous arcs, folks. And I'm thinking to myself, holy snap, this is actually getting interesting. And props to Oda for every single chapter that he pops out, because every chapter, every single time, is just full of information and full of wonders. And you're here wondering as to why, Oda, why can't you make 2 chapters a day? That would be so great. But you know, we gotta respect him, because every chapter is wonderful every time it takes out. But without further ado, guys, let's get to this chapter, because this chapter, like I said, there is a lot to talk about. Now, granted, folks, in this chapter, in the beginning, we actually get to see Chopper and Brulee's interaction right there and then, and we actually get to see that Chopper right now is just waiting right there and then to use Monster Point, as he's, because of the fact that, you know, he sees that there's a strong character right there in front of him. He can't just necessarily just go into any of his weaker points and just say, let me just go into battle. No. He can't do that. So right now, it just seems that Chopper, even he himself sees himself as like a freaking wound right there in freaking Pedro's actual plan to steal the Poneglyph itself. Because for a fact, guys, just look at it. Just look at him. He's pissed off that he's actually hindering the group's interaction with the Big Mom Yonko. It's just making Luffy worry. Or actually, Luffy doesn't even know that he's been captured. Or actually, he does. But still, you know, it just seems along that he doesn't want that interaction happening with the Mugiwara crew in itself, guys. And also, you guys have to wonder as well. If you guys saw the chapter right there, it just reminded me of Hansel and Gretel right there, with the Wicked Witch trying to eat the children right there. Since, you know, Carrot and Chopper have like that childlike mentality. You know, everything is like super new, and they have like that, like, oh my god, this is so exciting, like that kind of mentality going on. It's hilarious as to how they're actually going with that, with the references out of Hansel and Gretel. A lot of the Grimm's brothers references were involved in freaking Whole Cake Island, guys. And that's what the thing about it is, that it's pretty interesting as to how they're actually going with it. Now, granted, though, the chapter does move on and actually moves as to Judge Vinsmoke and Big Mom. Now, that was very, very interesting due to the fact, guys, in the chapter, Big Mom was telling Judge Vinsmoke that, you know, in the world that I have today, in the Whole Cake Island, I have fishmen, I have long arm tribes, I have centaurs, I have this, etc., etc. She has so many families that are united in Whole Cake Island that Judge Vinsmoke and his children, they're just not as entertained, because for a fact that they're looking at it as like Big Mom is trying to do something that, like, she's working at a goal that just doesn't seem that's entertaining, like, you know, bringing all these families together, like, ooh. Which I thought to myself that the reason Judge Vinsmoke and the Vinsmoke family didn't really seem interacting with Big Mom in that little scene was before a fact because they're royals. They probably already seen almost every single clan itself. For Big Mom, that's actually a big deal, because, you know, she's not coming from a royal family. She's actually doing this out of her own hard work, and by that I mean killing and murdering people and bringing people together. Yeah, but the point is that Judge Vinsmoke already has seen this already. He's not entertained, you know. And it's funny the way that Big Mom is kind of showing it to Judge Vinsmoke and the family like a little kid. If you guys look at it, you could see Monteor's magic again. His devil fruit ability is, you know, to actually create a book and actually bring people inside the book. Now that was actually interesting. See, that in itself was actually entertaining due to that actual reason. And we actually see that there was manticores, there was long arm tribes inside the book, and they were captured alive inside the people. Inside Monteor's actual devil fruit ability, they're actually kept alive and they do not age. So that is actually interesting, guys. That actually does play a long role, because a lot of people are thinking that in itself, at Big Mom's wedding, maybe Monteor's books might actually cease, and everything that will come out of the books, because of the fact that there could be something going on. But hold on, let me give you that thought, right? That every book is gonna pop out. I'm giving you guys a perfect reason for that. Now, granted, later in the chapter, we actually then start talking, and you see Judge Vince still talking to Big Mom, saying that, oh, why don't you have giants? And Big Mom was just looking at Judge Vinsmo with a really, I would say, not a frustrated face, more as to say like an annoyed, like she was annoyed at the fact that Judge Vinsmo kind of said like a taboo word, giants. Like, holy snap, because something for a fact that the giants themselves aren't on Whole Cake Island. It goes a long way to say that. Like, what happened to the giants? Why aren't there any giants on Whole Cake Island? And it brings to mind the question that Big Mom might have been to Ebalf, and she wants, or maybe she's a giant, or maybe Big Mom just doesn't have the necessary resources, or maybe she wants to be a giant herself, and that she maybe might be half giant or something along the line of that, because for a fact we actually noticed that Big Mom herself, you know, she's in love with giants, and she wants all her children to be giants. So it goes along to say is to maybe that's why she's actually wanting this political marriage to go ahead, because if she joins the Vinsmoke family's actual army, they are able to create giants due to their, you could say they're creating humans, little science lab experiment that they're able to have in their freaking island. And that in itself makes actual sense due to the fact that Judge Vinsmoke does have that manpower to create clones, and Big Mom can create giant clones, so her actual dream to have giants could be established. And it's hilarious at the fact that Big Mom herself hasn't had a giant, so it makes me wonder, has she been to Ebalf? Like that just kind of doesn't make any sense. Like, you know, all the giants themselves that we've seen in the One Piece universe here, you know, they talk about Ebalf, but it doesn't seem that they're not going back. It just goes along to say like, what's going on with Ebalf? Is it like a dying country or something? It kind of begs the question with that in a sense, guys. It's interesting, like I said, that like how the chapters are going with that in itself. But moving along, guys, we then actually see Straw Hat Luffy actually talk with Big Mom. And that in itself was actually interesting, because for a fact, Big Mom is actually telling Luffy, you know, just give up, and you know, nothing's gonna happen. I just want this waiting to happen, but if you keep messing up, of course I'm gonna put my foot down and I'm gonna take action. But because Luffy does not care and just wants Sanji, and also the fact that they mentioned another taboo word, and that is Lola, guys. Lola is another taboo word in itself, because of the fact that freaking Lola, folks, she was supposed to marry someone under Big Mom's name, of course, but Big Mom has stated that if it wasn't for Lola in this chapter, she would have been the Pirate King. And I'm here wondering as to, okay, that's a pretty bold statement, Big Mom. Now that's a bold statement. So it kind of begs the question again as to wondering, who did Big Mom actually have a political marriage with? Was it the Gorosei? Was it the giants themselves? Was it another actual giant royal family? You know, we don't know as to who in itself was Big Mom actually making Lola marry someone. We don't know that for sure. Maybe it might have been Blackbeards or Whitebeards, or freaking Shank, one of Shank's crew members, right there and then. That would have been interesting. Maybe another Yonko family. Like, we don't know that in itself, but it just begs the freaking viewer as to who Lola was supposed to marry, folks. That's the question that we all want to know. And it gave us so much tease right there that Perospero and Monteor, they were all there just laughing at the fact that Luffy and them were captured right there. And it goes on to say, you know, Big Mom wants Lola dead due to that actual reason, because Lola apparently messed up Big Mom's actual wedding plan right there. And I'm thinking to myself, it's not your time to shine, Big Mom. It is definitely not your time to shine. And I'm loving the fact that Luffy is still gonna, you know, kick Big Mom's ass due to that actual reason, for a fact that, you know, we see that Pudding is also in danger as well, because Luffy just said another taboo word in its sense, and that is Pudding is my friend. And that goes along to say that, you know, Big Mom does not like that word friend with people that aren't familiarized with their family. It just goes along to say, like, you know, Luffy really is trying to tick Big Mom off. And remember, guys, this shonen manga right here is just all about battle, so we know for sure that this is gonna get interesting right there and then, folks. It really is. I can't wait. I can't wait for the next chapter, folks, as everything really is coming up. Really, in a sense. And also, folks, we then see in the chapter the famous box that every One Piece series has been talking about, and that is the box that Luffy gave Big Mom, because she mentioned it in this chapter, and she was talking about why did Neptune give her this box, as apparently it seems to be a very important box, because in other people's eyes it seems to be a very national treasure, kind of like Goldie Roger's treasure, but I'm gonna say it's a little bit diminished. But in that reason, guys, we all know that it's a bomb underneath there, and we all know for a fact that every One Piece series theories are coming out right. I am so excited to see that in a sense, guys. I am excited for a fact that we are actually going to witness that bomb go off in itself. And now, granted, guys, remember, now I'm coming back to it. Remember what I said earlier in the video? That all Monty Orr's creatures inside the book are going to escape. And I think that's what's going to help Luffy. Because once Big Mom opens that box, a giant explosion at the wedding, right there and then, maybe Monty Orr might be the one to open the box, and right there and then he gets knocked out, so his devil fruit ability just ceases to exist for a couple of minutes, right there and then, guys, chaos at the wedding. And that's right there, guys, right there, I personally think is gonna happen right there. Holy snap, that was gonna be interesting, folks, due to that actual reason. I am excited to see that happen. And remember, folks, that after this arc, it just seems that maybe all of these actual creatures are going to be probably joining the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, because remember, Luffy is facing off against the Yonko right now, so it goes along to say that Luffy is going to be strengthened by so many new people after this arc. You know, remember, every island that Luffy goes to, he's actually gaining more and more followers, so it goes along to say, what the heck, man, Luffy, you're just gonna gain more and more people to follow you. What the heck? Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I'm not lying to you, folks. I really am. But lastly but not least, folks, we actually then go on to the last scene of the chapter, and that is freaking Brook, folks. Right there and then, Brook himself is actually gonna have his own time to shine, because apparently Pedro has now made Baron Tamago actually aware that Pedro is around. So now Brook, right there and then, we're all waiting. We're all waiting as to what he's learned in the new world, guys. And that in itself, I am actually interested because of the fact that, remember, guys, Brook is the main enemy of Big Mom and Smoothie and most of Big Mom pirates, due to the fact that his ability, his devil fruit ability, just makes him seem to stand out against all of freaking Big Mom's pirates. And that in itself, guys, actually makes it more and more entertaining due to that reason, as to see how we're gonna see Brook face off against freaking Big Mom pirates right there. And also, we actually get to look at Brook. I mean, look at Brook's character. What has he really done in the new world besides, you know, from Fishman Island? You know, nothing else has really come up about him. So it goes along to say that Brook is gonna get his time to shine on Big Mom's Island, right there and then. And I'm hoping to see Brook come out with a brand new ability in itself. And I would say probably freezing people. Not only just by the tip of his sword, but he's actually able to freeze a whole entire, you could say, a whole entire scene right there. Or maybe he's able to his soul is able to interact with another body of another soul. Because remember, he has to tell for the soul ability, so maybe he can go inside another person and try to combat them in manifesting themselves in another person's combat body right there. Like I said, there's so many theories that could go on with Brook himself that it just goes on to say, like I said, we're just waiting to see what Oda's gonna give us for Brook right there. But like I said, though, that's it for the chapter, folks. I'm excited to see as to what's gonna happen in the later chapters. But let me know down in the comments below as to what are you guys' thoughts on One Piece chapter 847. What are you guys' thoughts on Brook? What are you guys' thoughts on Pedro himself? Is Pedro gonna get captured? No, I personally don't think so. But he might actually go along to say and fight Tamago himself. Like I said, there's so many things going on. Also, let me know what do you guys think about Smoothie against Brook. What are you guys' thoughts on that? And also, what do you guys think about the freaking wedding? What do you guys think? Do you guys think the wedding is really gonna go as how all the One Piece theories are actually thinking, or do you guys think of something else? Like I said, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more One Piece anime related content. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out. you.